Hello, welcome to another video from Homesteading Off the Grid. Today we're going to teach you how to propagate Leyland cypress trees with cuttings. We're going to share a lot of information with you in this video, so pay close attention. And if you like the information that we share with you, please subscribe to our channel. Just click the little red thing down here below me somewhere that says subscribe. Now, first of all, Leyland cypress, as you know, is an evergreen that is great for building a privacy hedge. They're thick and they grow very fast. So they're good to plant if you have, say, maybe a neighbor off to the side. And we don't have a lot out here where we live. We have a lot of land and we like our neighbors. This has nothing to do with not liking our neighbors, but we have road frontage and we want privacy from the road. So we've been putting Leyland cypresses down along the road just for some privacy. And this is one of the best trees you can use that for because it grows thick and because it grows fast. Once these have taken root, they grow about 5 or 6 feet per year. So we want to show you how easy it is to multiply your Leyland cypress without necessarily going out and buying them. Now, I do want to point out to you though, these Leyland cypresses right here are about 3 years old, and it's about, I've got it setting up on the picnic table, but it's about 3.5 or 4 feet tall. Retail, these are $55, okay? We're filming this video towards the end of January. It's the off season for planting. We're not promoting Walmart. We're just trying to help you with your horticulture know where to get good wholesale buys or good discount buys. If you go to walmart.com from the 1st of January, from the 1st of December through January, February, up through about early March, you can get these for $22. That's less than half the price of retail. Last year we bought 46 that were about half this size for $13.96. They're regularly about $30. So go to walmart.com in the middle of winter if you want to buy your Leyland cypresses. So now let's say you have a little bit of money, you can buy 2. We've got more inside. Our dining room, we use that as an indoor greenhouse in the winter because the walls of our house there, the sides are all windows, so we get a lot of sunlight. We make indoor greenhouses, which we're going to show you how to do today. But let's say you need 10 Leyland cypresses where you want privacy, but you only can afford to buy 2. That's where this idea comes in. You can propagate or grow more Leyland cypresses very easily off the 2 that you buy online, okay? And we're going to show you how to do it. And guess what? Where you bought them, probably already did them before they mailed them to you. These are called cuttings. Now I took this off of a larger Leyland cypress we have down there, but as you can tell, it's just the ends of the branches. We cut them and we're going to show you how to turn these into new ones. If you'll bring the camera over this way, I want to show you here where you can tell by looking at this. Get a good shot of this. You can tell this has already been clipped. We did not do this, and this has been clipped also. So it looks to me like whoever grows these, when they get a sale or before they ship them out, they'll take some cuttings so that they're always, head back over there, their stock is never running out. Now if you want to grow Leyland cypress for a business and sell them, it's a good, if you're patient, okay, because it's going to be, like I said, about 3 years before they're this big. But once you get your starter stock going, you'll never run out if you always clip a couple of clippings off before you sell them to grow them. Now I'm going to show you how easy this is. We have this Tupperware container that we're going to use to make sure we don't get water all over our house. And we did a video earlier where we showed some of our good buys we've gotten from the Goodwill store. We got 3 of these Tupperware containers at the Goodwill this past weekend for 99 cents each. So we're always gardening or farming or doing something around here. And when we go to the Goodwill a couple times a month, we always keep our eyes open for anything we can use. So I'm going to use this. And I've got the bags they gave us for these. They're going to come in handy. I got them there. And then we can fit 6. These are just empty jugs from milk. 6 fit in here perfectly, like that. We're going to fill them with soil. And I want to show you how to do the clippings, how to cover them, and it's that easy. Now, I'm going to bring my soil over here. We have very rich planting soil because we have rabbits. You've probably seen some of our other videos, or you've watched some of our live stream videos on Facebook, if Facebook lets you see them anymore. We don't pay for advertising, so they probably suppress all the videos. But we have rabbits, so we have soil that's very rich in nitrogen. So the soil that I'm adding in here to start our cuttings is soil that is rich in nitrogen, but it is also 50% sand. You can't really tell because the soil is a little moist, but there's a lot of sand in here. And the reason we have sand in here is because the sand granules are larger than the typical dirt, and it allows for more spacing inside the soil for air pockets, which will help these cuttings root, okay? So, I got that. I've got my soil ready, okay? Now, I want to make sure you see this because there's much more to this than meets the eye. This is more than one cutting. Like I said, we have a Leyland Cypress down there that's about 15 feet high. It's been there for several years. I'll trim it off in the winter to keep it from just going crazy and looking like a jungle, but we use what we cut to grow more. So from the end of the limb, you can see here, this is what's called, let's see, you've got hardwood cuttings and softwood cuttings. I'm going to do what's called a hardwood cutting. Each of these little mini branches coming off the very end of this branch, if there's hardwood on it, and then I can use the end too. I can get 3 off of this one. Okay, these are going to be hardwood cuttings. So I've gotten this, and then I'm going to come through here, and I'm just going to, you can use your hands, see, to peel it right off. It's that easy. Peel it off like that. But you want to leave the ones up here on the tip. So it looks like a little baby tree. And then take your, you can use your clippers or a knife or whatever. And I'm just going to scrape the bark off down here. And what this is doing is this, the plant is going to recognize this as an injury or a wound. And it's going to naturally start to form a callus around the wound to protect itself. And where that callus is formed, it's going to start rooting. The roots are going to grow. Okay, so I'm not going to waste all of your time doing this. We're probably going to get maybe with 6 of these, we're probably going to plant 40 or 50 cuttings. We're going to do this after we show you how to do it, because we're going to take 30 minutes to show you us doing this, showing you how it's done at first. So you got this. You want to repeat the process with your other cuttings. Just strip it down with your hands. It's that simple. Scratch a little bit to so the calluses will grow. Now, this next part, if you talk to the old timers in your area, especially if you live in a rural area, they'll tell you this isn't necessary. We've had mixed success. This is a rooting hormone, okay? My wife, who's filming this, so you're seeing me, not her, and she's better to look at than me. She's Filipino. I lived in the Philippines with 6 years, and we did a lot of horticulture over there. They don't use this in the Philippines. They don't use this anywhere else. When they propagate plants, they just do it without these chemicals. But we're in the U.S., so this is more than likely a marketing thing, a way for a company to make big money. But it's been effective, so it works. It's a rooting hormone. We're not, she zoomed in on it, we're not pushing any particular company. But we want to show you this in case you do decide to use a rooting hormone so that you'll know how to use the rooting hormone, okay? You've got your cuttings, they're scraped off a little bit. You dip them in water, and then you dip them in the rooting hormone powder so that they're covered with the powder. It's like steroids for plants, okay? So then, and by the way, we poked holes in the bottom of our milk jugs so that the excess water can drain through. You just stick them down there in the dirt like that. Now again, after we finish with this video, we'll probably put 6 or 8 in each of these, but I'm just doing this to show you how it's done. We'll put that back on there. Now let's say we've got 6 or 8 in here, okay, with our rooting hormone. And now let's say we've got, these are all full, which they will be 30 minutes after we stop recording. Then what do? You'll want to water the soil so that it's nice and moist, okay? And then you want to cover this with plastic. You can use saran wrap, but we are going to use big plastic bags. And what this does is this creates a little miniature ecosystem. Well, not really an ecosystem, but because we don't have frogs and worms and wolves and coyotes and stuff in here. This creates a miniature greenhouse is what this does. We're going to fully cover this, okay, with plastic. And then we're going to take this, and like I said, in our dining room, and we have a big old farmhouse built in 1903. It's piece of American history. It was one of the last sharecropper houses built in the U.S. Used to be part of a giant farm. But we're going to take this. My point to that is we have several rooms upstairs we don't even use, but we do use them for our horticulture. We're going to put this in front of the windows. We have tables set up so we can put this on a table in front of the window where they're going to stay warm through the winter, and they're going to get limited lighting, but enough to where they'll start to take root. And another point to doing this now in January, a lot of you who like to farm and grow things, it can be boring in the winter. You get cabin fever and you think, God, I wish spring planting season would come. Well, this gives you a way to work with your planting, your horticulture, your gardening, even while it's winter and spring's not here. This will take 2 months approximately for these to root. Setting in the room inside the house, sun coming in through the window. Now every 4 or 5 days, once a week, you'll want to check it, and you should see condensation up here from the water. It's dripping back down like a little biosystem. If there's not too much moisture here, add some more when you check it every 4 or 5 days or once a week, but don't flood it, okay? And if you've got too much excess water in your Tupperware container, go ahead and drain it, but for the most part you want to leave them alone and forget you have them, okay? Not necessarily really forget you have them, but very limited activity associated with these. But in 2 months these will root. Now it's the end of January, so February, March, we're going to be at the end of March. We're in the mid-Atlantic. We'll probably wait till about April. Now in April we can do one of two things with these. If we want, we can take them out and put them in individual pots, which we may some, or we have several fenced off areas that we fenced off to keep the deer out. We can put them in the ground. If we want them to grow like this, we give them proper spacing and put them in the ground and just let them grow there for a few years. But that's pretty much all there is to it. That's how you propagate Leyland Cypress through cuttings. And $22 in the winter during the off season from Walmart.com to get you started. If you don't have any to get started with, buy one and clip the whole thing up and turn it into 50 or 60 through cuttings. Now, if you appreciated the information that you saw in this video, if you learned from it, if it helps you out, please do us a favor and subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel. We'd like to get as many subscribers as we can. We're consistently uploading a couple videos a week. We're hoping to do more. So we hope you subscribe so you can check out our next videos, and be sure to check out more videos from Homesteading Off the Grid.